YouTube trying to see what my boy Chibi talking about. I ain't even gonna say my boy because that situation you was in a couple months ago. It's crazy. Hey, crazy work. You know what I'm saying?
The world's
They
largest
show my dog cawcawtv. They posted a whole vid about it too.
anime piracy site has officially shut down, and everyone at the top has been arrested. And this is the individuals' mugshots. There's a few here that look like they're trying not to laugh, and this is allegedly what their piracy ring was accomplishing while they were still in operation. With 100 plus piracy websites created, 26,000 plus unlicensed films uploaded, and $12 million earned from ads. And I'm just
Them boys out here doing God's work, dog. I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. Shout out to them boys. Freedom. Freedom. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Hey, I put dub with captions. I get dub with captions because of them. I used to pay for Crunchyroll. You know what I'm saying? I don't pay for that dumbass no more. I click on dub with captions on Crunchyroll. I don't get it. Hey, Chibi, you sound dumb happy because these men got arrested, man. Free them. They ain't do nothing wrong.
like, free my boys, what they do?
Okay.
Like what they do, free them. They're innocent. Now,
They are.
okay, jokes aside, there is a lot of things I want to talk about to this situation I think is very, very important. And I want to talk about, like, the future of piracy, the future of anime piracy, but also what I think Crunchyroll, Netflix, and these other big companies can learn from high anime. And the first thing I want to talk about is that this group, obviously, they flew too close to the sun. Everybody knew what high anime was.
Yeah.
And when you know what it is, that's a problem. When you
The thing is, man, hey, all them boys up on TikTok, stop sharing sites, man. If somebody be like, hey, you got a site? Tell them that site, delete it in like 5 minutes, if that. You know what I'm saying? Delete that comment off rip. You gotta do that.
have your viewership on your site reaching into the millions upon millions of earnings with ads, on top of that, you have basically your viewership compare with Netflix and Crunchyroll, you know you're getting too big for your britches. Eventually, the hammer of justice is going to come down and someone is going to get in massive trouble, and that's exactly what happened. High anime.
I mean, couldn't them boys, I heard Crunchyroll was a piracy website too. You know what I'm saying? However, I don't know how Crunchyroll got licensed, whatever. Them boys should have hit hot anime up so they could have done the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all boys out here packing boys up for no reason. They ain't do nothing wrong.
It just got too big for its britches, and it flew too close to the sun and struck down by Zeus itself. And that is exactly what happened. It's just only a matter of time. When your site gets too massive, too well known, this is the end result. Now, one thing, though, that I do want to note here that I think is very important is that Crunchyroll, for example, and Netflix can learn a lot from high anime. And what do I mean by that? Well, first off, it's very clear that there is a lot of people that are interested in anime and interested in the format that high anime has.
There's a time when Netflix ain't even have that much anime up on the site, boy.
For instance,
that's when I was watching Sword Art. Yeah, boy.
It's their browser, the finding of genres, searching up anime, all sorts of stuff like that. It's very clear that there is a interest in anime, obviously. But, like, if you're an investor and you're someone that is a company trying to make money and figure out a way to make more money, honestly, you should take a hard look at high anime, what they were doing correct to gain that type of viewership on your platform. Now, will Crunchyroll learn from high anime and potentially improve their services and basically make it somewhat a high anime to interest people? Let's be honest, no, they will not. But honestly, if they were very intelligent and would willing to take, like, for instance, you know, like actual criticism and like a constructive criticism to be able to improve their platform, then I feel like they really should take a hard look at what high anime was doing to be able to improve their entire streaming service. And this goes for every service. I'm talking about High Dive, I'm talking about Netflix, Hulu, Disney, you get the point. It was very clear that high anime was very successful, making a lot of money, and I feel like if these platforms, instead of making subscription services and they made things with ads, they probably can make a lot of money. I'm just going to be honest. Make a free tier.
They ain't finna get it down from me. Huh. They ain't getting no money from me. I'll tell you that right now. I don't know. You put an ad on my screen you want to. You be a dumb boy. You be a dumb bitch if you do something that's stupid. I'll kid you right now. Boy, you ain't getting not a dime. Not a dime from me and my boys up on Twitch. Hey, ad block go crazy. I don't care about none of that. On my PC. Laptop, well, I ain't got no laptop no more. I still got it. I just don't use it. Right? That mess dumb old. And my phone. Shout out to Brave. You know what I'm saying? I ain't getting hit with nothing.
Put ads on everything, and you will make money.
And that mess do work on Netflix too. Ad block go crazy.
I mean, they made $12 million, okay? Just
Hey, boy, I ain't gonna lie to you, me and my dog. How many people? How many people? What's that? 3, 7? Yeah. 12 mil between 7 people. I don't care how much that is. We came up. We came up. I ain't gonna. Hey man, we ending this. We gonna make a new one. We ending this server, whatever it is, boy. We making a new one tomorrow. Come on, man. Let's run it up again. New site.
on ads, and they're not even an official company. They had to like be in hiding, have sketchy ads and stuff. So you gotta imagine an official company with actual like really good brand deals and ad placement. They can easily make some really good money. So
if it's overlay ads, one of the best ads ever. Twitch and YouTube overlay ads. Not gonna lie, if it was like that, I would not mind.
Point I'm making at is, or I'm trying to get at here, is that hopefully everyone that tried to get high anime shut down takes a hard look at this as like we can improve ourselves by using their type of tactics. Now, with that being said, though, there is another little conversation that needs to be had, and that is basically what is lost with the takedown. So, obviously, when it comes to any piracy site, you know, it's like a Hydra. You cut off one head, 3 appear in its place. It's like there's going to be sister and brother sites are going to spawn. It's very similar to high anime. It's not the end of anime piracy.
I don't even know what site he's talking about. I pay for anime.
However, it is the end of high anime, and it is probably the end of sites that are as open as this for a good long while. Eventually, there will be a monolith of an anime piracy site that rises to the top, and eventually does get struck down by Zeus once again. But at the moment, it's very clear that this is probably going to scare a lot of people to try to keep everything hush-hush behind closed doors to not be able to get struck down like this.
That would never happen. Shout out to my boys on Reddit. And I heard something called a turret. My boy Summers, you know what I'm saying? Boy like 16, 17. Right? Them boys up on TikTok know how to do that dumb mess too. I don't know how to do it. If I did, I would be doing that too.
Now, the big thing here is a lot of these sites, they house things that are unlicensed. And this has been always my big point of view of talking about piracy in a positive way that is beneficial. Obviously,
pause. If them boys ran up 12 mil off a pirating anime, imagine how much money them boys with the movie sites, TV, you know what I'm saying, the movie sites, imagine how much they making. Crazy shucks, boy, they making a bag.
To copyright holders, they're well within their rights taking down different sites like high anime because they are uploading stuff that isn't theirs. That's just the end result. You cannot upload things that are not yours and make money off of it. That is stealing, okay? I
mean, you could transform the content. I mean, reaction content, you transform it. If 7 of them boys came in probably about 12 minutes into the anime episode, hi guys, this is me reacting to the anime, just talking whatever, this, that, third. I can't stand this character, that character. Alright, boom. I know what I'm saying, okay.
I'm going to be honest. Eventually you will get arrested or in trouble for it. But the thing here is oftentimes, like, there is stuff that is uploaded onto these platforms that are completely unlicensed. For instance, no streaming service, no company outside of Japan actually has the license to certain series, and they more or less are just only translated by fan subgroups. And so there's a lot of stuff like this when it comes to manga and anime that are very old, very niche, that are on these platforms, and if a certain site is taken down, they could effectively become lost media. Completely lost, and people don't know. Like, there's probably already hundreds of anime out there right now that we have no idea exist because they have become lost media because some of these piracy sites were taken down, and the only, you know, like, actual video upload of certain anime was on that platform. And I do fear that eventually stuff like this with like high anime, for example, is going to cause like, you know, lost media for some anime. Now, obviously preservation, you know, is pretty simple nowadays with certain means and stuff with a cat, but I will say that it will eventually happen. Things do happen, things are lost, which is one of the big reasons why I was concerned with Bato last year when that was taken down, and a lot of people were concerned, was because obviously it was like the Great Library of Alexandria. It had a lot of manga that were just completely unlicensed.
Well, that's why I don't know about it. That garbage mess. Reading manga? I don't read that dumb mess.
There's nowhere you could find outside of Japan that were translated into different languages, and there was no loss of money because no official company was licensing it, but the site was taken down, and it caused a massive loss. So, yeah.
Should have put a filter over the manga. You know what I'm saying? 55 opacity. You're straight.
That's the big point here, is that I feel like manga piracy sites are a game of whack-a-mole. Eventually, you're going to take these sites down, more will spawn its place, but things will be lost in the process, and that is my big concern with this. And I really wish a lot of these companies that take this stuff down, they look at it and be like, we can be better. We can try to be and replicate them and utilize their systems to be able to get more viewership, make more money.
Yeah.
Because High Anime proves that there is definitely a fascination for that type of service.
High Anime was goated. I ain't gonna lie, boy. I had that thing up in my bookmarks.
Watch anime with ads. I don't know why they don't do that. It's very weird. But I will leave it at that. Tell me your honest thoughts in the comments below, how you feel about this situation.
Let's see. What is this? This the cat anime that's up on Netflix? I will be watching this. Hey, y'all boys tap into the Patreon. I'm finna upload this vid right now.